Good things come in small packages, and that is certainly the case for a delightful new attraction that has arrived in Llanfair Caereinion.
A nice man called Guy Hardy sent us 289 models from Canada. He wanted to collect every British car, but then when somebody told him there were probably 5,500, he said, my pockets aren't that deep.
The Cloverlands Model Car Museum is home to one of the finest collections in Britain, and is now open to the public after moving to the Llanfair end of the steam railway, which brings thousands of visitors into the area every year. With more than 5,000 replicas from across the world, the extraordinary story behind the museum is as fascinating as the display itself, with one woman's passion now living on for generations to come.
7 years ago, I wrote a book about Charlie Rolls, and in the course of my research discovered Gillian Rogers out at Trevnanny, and she had got a collection of cars, about 1,500 cars that she'd been collecting over the last 60 years. She was going to dispose of them, and I said, don't do that, we'll actually put them on display in Montgomery and start a model car museum. And in the ensuing 7 years, we've been given or loaned another 20 collections.
The collection outgrew its Montgomery home, so a new location was needed, with Llanfair Caereinion providing an idyllic new home.
Well, within a year of being in Montgomery, we acquired a collection from Canada, a very substantial collection, and since then we've acquired more collections, and there were parking problems in Montgomery, and we got no disabled access. We were on the ground floor. We were on the first floor. And so we decided to try and find somewhere to go that was bigger and where the public could reach it. It was obviously logical with the footfall through the Llanfair and Welshpool Light Railway that this would be a perfect location. They asked us to do up these two buildings and said, look, you can have them on license and you can display your collection there, and it will add to the footfall to the railway and people going through the coast. We probably have about 1,500 Formula One cars, which will be of particular interest to people who follow Formula One. We've also got a collection of articulated lorries. We've got a massive collection of police cars and fire engines, which is quite topical at the moment. And people keep giving us stuff. We've got petrol pumps. We've got a wonderful collection of pictures. We've got a wonderful collection of books, some of which are for sale. And that's the way that it's grown. We can't even display everything we have in this space here, but we are going to expand into the next door bay in probably the next 12 months. But we want to get this spot on first to make it an attractive visitor experience.
The good news too is that it is free to visit for children under 16, with only a donation of £3 requested per adult, or £5 per couple, making this a value for money reason to visit Llanfair Caereinion, which is just a short walk away.
One thing we're particularly concerned about is to make the museum child-friendly. Children don't have to pay, their parents are asked to make a modest donation, but a lot of the collection is based at a height that children can enjoy it safely. We have a lot of cars that children would like, particularly, promo cars with Walker's Crisps and things on the side, and we have such a wonderful array of cars which will be of interest to young children. When she was 11, they were given to her by Dad.
Bruce and Max, Gillian's widower, are usually on hand every Saturday and Sunday between 10:15 a.m. to 4 p.m. to provide enlightening insights into the history behind just about every car on display. And with the cost of fuel making trips to the coast and further afield less appealing this summer holiday, there may never be a better time to appreciate the smaller things in life.